Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Michael Wade, and welcome back to the CasBar, the show where we have casual conversation over video gameplay. So to round off the year, you know we gotta run down some of the hottest games of 2018, and today is a familiar one. It ends bromances, it wrecks romances. Y'all know this one. It's 2K19, and we not playing random for the chances. So today's guest is actor Brandon Michael Hall. You may know him from ABC's The Mayor, but now he's the star of God Friended Me, which airs on CBS Sundays at 8:30. So today we're playing to the half, only 2-minute quarters, but we still got the same rules. If Brandon is up at the end of the quarter, he gets 15 seconds to plug whatever he needs to you guys. But if I'm up, Brandon gotta dig into the question block, pull out a gold coin, and tell us a little bit about himself. Let's hope that God is on his side or mine, but we gonna see who took the dub. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are back with the CasBar. Our special guest today is God Friended Me's own Brandon Michael Hall. How you feeling?
Feeling great, feeling blessed.
Yo, welcome to the town, man. How you feeling to be in New York City?
Oh man, this is like old home to me, man. I've been here for about 9 years, so this feels good. It feels good. Feels good to be in Brooklyn now. I live in Brooklyn, so that's
you live in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's where I'm from.
Yeah,
So you said you wanted to go home teams.
Sure.
I'm the home team today. I got Brooklyn Nets. Me and D'Angelo Russell gonna try and pull out this dub.
And I got the Charlotte Hornets. I'm from South Carolina, but that's the closest we got. We ain't got no other basketball team.
It's close enough. Kevin doing his thing. He is. So, you're back on TV.
Yes.
You're doing your thing. You're going strong. How has God Friended Me been to you?
Exactly what the titles is. God Friend has been the friend that I needed, especially coming after The Mayor. It's the project that has given me the opportunity to play in a world in which I haven't been able to do so far. You know, I get to play with drama. I get to play against Joe Morton. I get to shoot all over New York City in places that I've never experienced. So it's great, man. It's a blessing in disguise.
What are some of the places that you shot?
Oh, yesterday, bro, we shot in Yankee Stadium. They had the entire Yankee Stadium gutted, like no one was there, and we got to shoot right in the middle of Yankee Stadium.
Wow.
Yeah, we shot in Coney Island 2 weeks ago. We shoot on the Lower East Side. We shoot in Brooklyn. We shoot in Harlem. We shoot in the historical landmarks in Harlem too, which is great.
Wow.
All over the place. All over the place.
That's dope. That's dope. Uptown is always a good place to go. Always a good place to
because
go.
I get to go to the fish spot. Famous Fish.
Yeah, Famous Fish Uptown?
Yeah, by the train on 145th.
145th? That's when you was in the field. You was really getting really in tune with the, we are, you feel me? I had to make sure, because y'all came out real hot.
Yeah.
You said you get to play in some roles that you don't normally play in, right?
Yeah.
With God Friended Me, it's a newer space as opposed to The Mayor. But dating back a little bit to your childhood, are there no connections that you have to the character as a preacher's kid?
Oh, big time, yeah. I used to play church in the house all the time. We used to have this place called this church called the Holy Church that I would do for my mom. And that was the first time I realized I can make her laugh and make her feel good, because it was something that she was really connected to. So my sister would sing in the choir, and I would.
So for those that don't know, she's connected how?
Hey, give me that. What'd you say?
She's connected how? For those that don't know. Yeah.
My mom, she is a minister. She told me the other day, she was like, "Stop telling people I'm a preacher. I ain't preaching no more." I was like, "All right, Ma." So she's a minister. She's spreading the good word and making sure to get out into the communities and building her own church up from scratch, which is great. Okay. She's been doing that for a minute. And being a black woman from the South, that was a very hard thing for her to do. So it's a beautiful thing to see that she's. What we found for?
Sorry, bro. You passed the all the way up the court like that. I didn't know you was going.
Because I was gonna go for the rim. I was gonna go for the heat.
All right, you get another chance. You get another chance.
But yeah, so.
So you played in the house.
I played in the house. My sister sung in the choir, and that was my first real introduction to being a part of, to knowing that I wanted to perform. Give me that. Come on.
No, we can't have that. All right, so you were performing, would I say, reenacting sermons in the house?
Yeah, funny enough, I would just improvise from the Bible. I would pick out a scripture just randomly, and I would just start improvising. I would just start doing the exact same thing I would watch the preacher do. And like I said, my mom would laugh. She would feel good, would brighten her day. And I was like, oh, this is it for me. And then as I started to get more involved into theater, I went to the South Carolina Governor's School for the Arts and Humanities. And that's when I could hone the idea of, okay, I love what the preacher's doing. I love this idea of taking this ancient text and spreading it around, and people would go off and talk about it, and they would come back and they would feel a type of way, and they would get more and want more. And that feeling of just being entrapped in church. I mean, we stayed in church all the time, bro.
Yeah,
like,
that's normally how it
you know
goes.
what I'm saying? Like from Sunday, we would go to like 4 different churches and still be prepared for school on Monday, you know?
Oh, that's what's up.
So like I was submerged in that theater. And then when I got to the governor's school and I started doing theater, I realized I was just doing the same thing that the preacher was doing. I was just spreading a different message.
A different way.
Yeah, from a different writer, really.
That's what's up.
And so I started to feel like this is my calling. I was evangelizing through actor.
Wow.
And so to book a role like God friended me.
You throwing them up. You throwing them up the court, just praying for the
yeah,
back. For the back.
I'm finding my middle ground. But to get a role like God friended me, where I get to do both, it was like when I got the role of the mayor, where I got to rap and talk about politics. When with this one, I get to learn more about religion and at the same time question myself, which I think is important.
That's a huge question.
Oh, what you doing? You see that? Give me that.
I'm telling you.
Oh!
Yo, we started off a little bit slow, but I'm still up at the end of the quarter, so you know how I go. I explained this. So in CasBar fashion, our guest has to dig into the question blocks. You almost forgot about this, huh? All right, cool. So we're going to shake this up a little bit, make sure it's all jumbled up. Pull out a gold coin and tell us what it says.
Gold coin says... Game challenge.
Game challenge.
All right.
Ah, man. So this might get a little bit hard. So you got your controller. We're about to get into the second quarter.
Okay.
And for the next quarter, you got to play with the controller behind your back.
I got to play with the controller
behind your back. You said that's nothing?
Go.
Or are we about to see how it goes? We're getting into the second. We only playing to the half.
And I still got to do the interview the same time.
Exactly. Is where it gets good.
All right, let's see what you got.
So you went from the mayor, right? And you came into God Friended Me. You almost represent like the millennials. You're a millennial yourself, correct?
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
How is it like, I guess, taking on those tasks and relating them? Like, I'm pretty sure your faith may get challenged, and through the regular expectations and accountabilities of adulting.
Oof.
Yes, like how is that growth?
How's that growth? Well, I think adulting, where I'm at right now at 25, is I'm understanding that everything I thought I knew, I don't know. I think that's the first thing is accepting that you don't know what you think you know. And to walk into every situation with not only an open mind and open heart, but
yeah, we clamping down.
Give me that!
Yeah! The back is scored the same amount of points he had in the first quarter. It don't make sense.
Got that. But yeah, it's first accepting that you don't know, and then going out and finding and seeking the answers. I remember when I was like 18, 21, I was like, oh, I know this, I got this, I've been to college, I got my first apartment, yada, yada, yada.
Everybody can relate.
Everyone can relate. Boom, but now I've realized that, okay, those things happen in that moment for a time. But like something like for religion, I'm at a place right now where I don't know, having taken on this role, I'm being able to question that. And I'm being able to research more and get the answers for myself instead of taking everything at face value.
Yeah.
So to take on these roles where I'm playing characters, in which that's exactly what they're doing. They're going through their growth spurts. Courtney Rose went through his when he had to take on the challenge of being mayor. Miles is taking on his where the challenge of becoming a man and actually forgiving is a huge part. A lot, man. I'm excited for y'all to see next week's episode because that's, I get a special friend request.
Oh.
13. See, that's how you get me.
You
do an interview, that's how you get you.
I mean, I'm just saying, man.
People have beat you in this game.
A couple of people have beat me, honestly, but I'm trying to re-up. You feel me? I've been practicing. I'm trying to get my stats up.
I've also realized I've only been playing with 4 fingers. I gotta get my other one.
Yeah, because behind the back it's a little bit hard. Oh, my guy Napier. I haven't seen him in a minute, man. He's been doing his thing.
Who?
Napier.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so getting back into your connection and the growth that you've seen while working on this project, right? What are the conversations that you now have amongst your peers, or?
Yeah, Well, I mean, biggest conversation is what drew you to believe what you believe right now? You know, is it, my grandmother used to have this amazing quote. She was like, you only survive so long on grandmama's prayers. You know, grandma ain't here no more, so what you gonna do? You know what I mean? She's looking down from above, but I have to start making these decisions for my own self. So I have those conversations a lot with my friends. I'm at a place now where I'm finding the friends, the company that I keep is how I'm going to be in the world. So I'm making sure that I'm keeping the right company around me, people who are pushing me forward, people who are doing things that's inspiring me that's completely out of theater world. Because I think learning more about those things and learning more about what other people do opens me up to play those characters and have those conversations. But the biggest question that I have right now, other than why am I down 10 points, is what draws people to believe what they believe right now. You know, whether that be religion, whether that be career-wise, whether that be relationships, whatever.
And your character plays an instrumental role in that because he himself is an atheist. So there's an irony behind that, almost like a challenge.
Absolutely, and it's funny enough, I mean, he started off as a Christian. You know, I believe a good bit, and I'm not speaking on the entire behalf of the atheist community, but they either started out believing in the faith or had an understanding at an early age that maybe this is not for me, this is for me. And with Miles, he started off in the church. He knows about the church. His dad's a preacher. He can quote the Bible left, right, and forwards like I can. But, oh, you sure? Oh, we got to do another
No,
one.
we don't. We only go to the half. I'm sorry.
Oh,
sorry.
wait, so that's the game?
Yeah,
oh, no, we got 4 more quarters. Wait.
We got 2 more quarters.
Oh, 2 in my bad. Come on, man.
Nah, you good. But I mean, you want to dig into the question block? You know,
Absolutely.
All right, cool. But I want another one.
I think he's able to challenge his faith because he knows what the other side is like. The perspective that he's seeing now is completely different, but he's strong in his belief in that. Now the God account comes along and it's like, well, we're not gonna say he's right, he's wrong, but at the heart of I believe personally, at the heart of every religion, the main thing is communication. The main thing is hope, is giving peace and love to your fellow brother and sister. And Miles had lost that for a long time, you know, because of the situation that happened with his mom. He has that amazing line where he says, "How can I believe in someone that can be so cruel? I can't live in a world like that." And so now he's at a place where that cruelness is being shedded away, and we get into the root of the problem.
Through his own
he's
experiences.
He's just hurt. Yeah. He's just a young millennial that's hurt, and he's lashing out, and well, it's not much of a lash out. He's speaking out in his own way. Let's see what we got here.
We're gonna pull out one of these. We're gonna read the prompt.
Instant replay. We get to play back from the jump. Right? That's what it is. Right.
Actually, we don't. We don't. We asked you about a time that you would like to instant replay because it was that good in your career.
Oh, in my career?
Or your life.
A time that I would love to instant replay because it was that good in my career. Or my life. Or my life. There was this place growing up back in, literally right across the street from my home.
In South Carolina?
Right across the street. It's this place called Fusion Warehouse. And this big church had opened it up, and it was for little kids, basically our age, you know, when we were, 12, 13, 14.
Cool.
And it was called Fusion Warehouse. And you walked in, it felt like the streets of New York. It was just a long strip of the street, and it branched it off to, you had a basketball court over here with the foosball table, you had a computer lab over here, you had a food court, you had a stage, all this other stuff. And people from Pendleton, Anderson, Seneca, I mean, all over from the district would come here Friday and Saturday. Instead of being out in the streets doing this, that, and the third, after the football game, we'd go to Fusion Warehouse. And I remember that was the time where I used to freestyle battle. I used to I discovered myself. You know, I discovered myself at Fusion. And if I could instant replay that, I would go back and take millions and millions and millions of photos of it so I can recreate it. Because it was such a positive thing for my community and for us as kids growing up. So yeah, Fusion Warehouse would be the thing I would bring back. Brother,
before we wrap up, you want to take 15 seconds to promo into that camera? Anything that you like to promo going on right now?
Anything I like to promo?
Anything.
Oh, well, bet. So first and foremost, shout out to my sister who just graduated from a graduate program this past Saturday. I love you, congratulations. Shout out to my mom who is still in school and she'll be finishing up in the following year. Big ups to everyone that is working on God Friended Me, from the crew, from the production staff, to all the people that work, the guest stars. Thank y'all for coming through and making the show what it is. Shout out to CBS for giving us the opportunity to do it. And one more big shout out Other than God Friended Me, make sure to check out The Neighborhood. My boy Marcel is killing it. Congratulations to you, man.
All right, so Brandon, thank you for coming out to the show. We really appreciate you for this CasBar session. Make sure y'all stay tuned. Make sure y'all check out past episodes. Check out God Friended Me, and check out the next episode that I take the dub on. CasBar, we don't take no L's.
I did.
Game over.